Hello, Professor Bright here. Welcome back to Disco Elysium, where I have some concerns. Took a moment, just because it has been a while since I recorded the last episode, to look over all of this, and I can't help but notice that none of these tasks actually say that they're part of the main investigation, which kind of leads credence to a theory of mine. We're gonna have to talk to you, I believe, but before we do, I want to just spend a little time chatting and looking around, because there's supposed to be something for me to investigate for you. Something about drugs, if I recall correctly. Although it isn't listed here, is it now? Intriguing. And I'm positive we already did this, but I'll be doing that in a moment anyway. No, what I want to talk about is how all my skills seem to be giving me all these side quests and encouraging me to go on those side quests, which sounds like they're trying to distract me from the main job. Which itself is very interesting. I have this idea. I'm not sure if the game has explicitly told me this or just it's heavily implied so far, but it seems like I'm gonna call him the investigator, just because I'm not entirely convinced Harry Dubois is his real name, even though it appears to be. But it seems like he actually managed to solve the whole mystery and then got blisteringly drunk and, erased his mind with alcohol, which itself is quite the achievement. Alcohol and speed, honestly. What's this? Oh, droplets of rain fall on the white on blue police livery of the motor carriage. Wait, why am I even thinking about this? Wasn't I supposed to do something important? Something murder-related? There's always something important. Doesn't mean you can't take a moment to admire this piece of machinery. Yeah, look at how they distract me from the main murder thing. This is a Cooper's Kinema, the Cooper's Motor Company follow-up to their highly successful workhorse, Cooper 40, and the answer to the LUM's Racing Bred Fevre series. With its air-cooled, rear-mounted 12-cylinder compression ignition engine driving the rear wheels through a 4-speed manual gearbox, the Kinema is able to reach 100 kilometers per hour in 13.5 seconds, and go on to a top speed of 180 kilometers an hour. So that's... Actually, it's been a while since I did miles to kilometers. Pounds to kilograms, I know that one's easy, it's just 2.2. But, yeah, that's not that fast. Well, fairly fast. But, won't it roll over in the first sharp corner? The high center of balance is offset by a large battery bank mounted at the bottom of the cabin, feeding all the auxiliary systems and making the Kinema effectively a mobile power plant. But, technically that's how cars work. This tech talk is really rubbing me the right way here. Yeah, I'm kind of into it. Due to a quite steep price tag, it is very unusual to see one in police livery. The machine really puts the loco back in locomotion. Very cool. The lieutenant smiles ever so slightly. Want to take a closer look? What's it packing there? 130. An advancement of the KR-18GU engine of the Cooper 40, to be precise. Mama's serving some serious macaroni. Yeah, We'll tell him that. Apparently I'm a car guy. Evidently. Evidence suggests. Yeah, you know it. The lieutenant seems surprised. Just the basics. Cast iron, lock, swirl chamber ignition, injection, dual chains driving overhead camshafts, 2 valves per cylinder, hydraulic valve lash adjustment. Yes, that's right. He stares at you in surprise. I'm very impressed that you know these things. A fine machine. Yes, there's gentleness in the lieutenant's voice as his eyes run over the vehicle contours. An extraordinary machine. It's nice and all, but why so modest? Put some zing in it. Flare it up. Slam it down. Helium headlights would improve the range and quality of the visual field a lot. Helium headlights? Ever thought about switching to helium headlights? Actually, I have a pair at home. I just haven't got around to fitting them yet. Need to lay some wiring for the ballasts first. If we ever get this solved, maybe we can do that together? You want to help? He glances at you and smiles. Thank you for the offer. That might be fun. Let's do the case first, though, alright? You like the idea. Aw. Aw. I like these two getting along. Good friends. Did I have a skill point? Why is it? Oh, I do have a skill point. Well, about that. I could unlock another idea. I've got a few options here. The Kingdom of Conscience. Heartache is powerful, but democracy is subtle. Incrementally, you begin to notice a change in the weather. When it snows, the flakes are softer. When they stick to your worry-worn forehead. When it rains, the rain is warmer. Democracy is coming to the administrative region. The ideals of DeLorean humanism are reinstating themselves. How can they not? Those are the ideals of the Coalition and the Moralist International. Those guys are signal blue. And they're not only good, they're also powerful. What will it be like once their nuanced plans have been realized? Bold of you to assume that they actually, have a plan. We're like, we'll get this done eventually. But, yeah, I mean, I like the idea of democracy. Okay. Interesting. I have ideas. Let me unlock it. This might not be the best of choices, but I'm going to be doing it. And I'm really not using Half-Light much for anything, so... Kingdom of Conscience, let's start processing you. Gonna take some time. Yeah, but the reason I actually came here was to call in that body. Because I think I'm... well... one more time. I feel like there's gonna be nothing there, but at the same time... like, I know there's something in the thing's mouth, I just am not allowed to know it, because my character doesn't know it, and that's annoying. Like, there's something in his mouth, he might have swallowed something, I don't know exactly what happened, but, like, Just look at the corpse real quick for me. Okay. Come on. Ha-ha! Your arm reaches out and your eyes close, as if by their own volition. It's dark all around. You feel cold, slippery flesh. First with your fingertips, then under the palm of your hand. What is this? I should have saved that skill point so I could redo this a second time. Damn, I'm stupid. Anyway. His face, his cheeks, his nose, his fat swollen lips. Like a spider, your hand crawls over his features. Everything is silent. Crawl up his nostrils. They're swollen shut. You need to really push to get in. Nope. I think this is a bad choice. Doing it! Only the little one fits. The flesh changes shape as you bore in, searching for something in the cartilage. The thing you're looking for. It's not there. Crawl out, spider. Squeeze his nose. You pick it between your fingers. The mass feels large, very porous somehow. Keep crawling lest you break it. Put your fingers in his mouth. The oral cavity is cold and moist. A ball-like tongue attaches itself to the base of the mouth, lolling around like a scalp. I have gloves on, right? God, that's awful. Anyway, you're on the right track. Play with it. This feels right. Oh, God. Open your eyes and look. I've had my eyes closed this entire time. A vision of black and dark red death pried open by your naked hands and studded with teeth. Looks like he's laughing. Death fumes rising from the throat. And there in the back of his mouth, above the bell of the uvula, right in the soft palate, you see a hole, barely visible to the human eye. It's swollen shut, almost vanished, no larger than 0.4 centimeters in radius. The edges appear darkened. An abrasion collar. This is what we're after. Abrasion collar? Say fuck yeah. But no, abrasion collar? Kim looks in. There's a pen in his hand. His notebook is open at the copy paper. There's like a puncture. Wait, hold up. Back of his mouth, above the bell of the uvula, right in the soft palate, you see a hole. Barely visible to 0.4 centimeters. That's tiny. That's nothing. Enough to kill him, maybe? I mean, if it's in the right place, but touch it with your finger gently. A black trickle of liquid runs into his throat from the wound. Put your finger in. Your index fits right in there. A tight tunnel of flesh opens up. Tissue damage, wide enough for 2 fingers. As you push both in, you reach through his mouth right into his brainstem. Brainstem? Yes, that's what this part is called. Feel around first. The basal ganglia feels clumpy. What entered here has torn apart his reptilian complex. This man will never sleep again, never wake. Your fingers slide into the reins of his limbic system. There's no resistance, it's gelatinous. The slug-like structures are damaged too. The tearing extends deep into both hemispheres. This is what he used to regulate his emotions with. There's a cavity cut right between the hemispheres. Lieutenant answers with the sound of his pen on paper. Push deeper. Your fingers are all the way in now, reaching towards the inside of his skull. The cavity goes further, but the entry wound isn't wide enough for the rest of your hand to follow. Wriggle on in. Oh, God. I could not do this for a living. Your fingers reach towards his skull. His cerebral cortex feels like jelly, cold jelly. Strange fluid streams down your wrist as you push deeper, until you feel it on the tip of your finger. Sharp, serrated metal. Material, the edges cut right into your skin. Feel a solid object right under the skull. Can you get to it? Inspect the skull first. There's a tiny crack, a protrusion in the cranium, right in the back of his head. Your finger must be pointing straight at it from the inside. The object that is there stopped just short of the skull in the encephalus, knocking this tiny fracture into the cranium. There are the makings of a very small exit wound here. The lieutenant leans closer. Fish it out. Try to, anyway. Ugh, that... You pick the object between your index and middle finger. It feels sharp, like metal. With your face twisting from pain and concentration, all you need to do is just... whisper, I got it. Good, good. The fridge in the background buzzes with excitement. Slowly pull your fingers out. The inside of the head feels cold and smooth like a glove as you pull out. Sweat dripping down your brow, careful not to lose the prize between your fingers. With a plop, your hand emerges from the mouth, covered in blood up to the wrist. Between your fingers, a small flower, a blossom made of lead. A bullet. The lieutenant puts a small bag marked evidence under it. The bullet falls in the bag, leaving a smattering of blood on the plastic. He raises the bag under his eyes and says, Unknown caliber, rifled, some kind of brittle alloy, fractured on impact. Keep it, Lieutenant, as a gift. Can I have it, actually? Of course, you've earned it. Lieutenant drops the bag in your bloody hand. It feels light. We need to add an item to the injury list. Injury number 4, oval entry wound with an abrasion collar. An abrasion collar? What does that mean? Soft palate, back of the mouth. High velocity, temporary cavity in brain tissue, small exit wound on the occiput. He underlines the injury forcefully. How does that sound? Sounds about right. Opinion, fatal injury. Agreed. I'm still not sure. No, I'm pretty sure the bullet killed him. Click, click goes the pen. And one last thing. We should amend injury number 3. Ligament mark, new opinion, non-fatal, post-mortem treatment. He's proposing the bullet was the real cause of death. And they're hanging an attempt to conceal this fact. Treatment? The ligament mark, the fractured hyoid bone, it was all treatment, as in treating the corpse. Technically. I don't know how you... I don't know if that's how you would normally use treatment. It isn't, for one thing. That's not how you commonly would, but that might be a secondary definition. Anyway. And then again, everything in this game is just that slight bit off. Like all the terminology. Just that tiny bit different. Yes, and the belt around his neck, the hanging, even dragging him to the yard, all of it was done after this man was already dead. I agree on that one. He nods. I have had my doubts since you showed me the tracks. Why did they carry him over? Why not march him, I thought. There was no satisfying explanation. There have been other signs, too. Small things. We were right not to assign hanging as a cause of death, as the perpetrators expected we would. No such luck for them. We didn't fall for it, he thinks. There's pride in there. There's, of course, the very real possibility he was both shot and hanged. Who would do this? That's for us to find out, but this will make finding them just a little easier. Why, though? To hide something. The real killer, the real motivation. What really happened here? Maybe they just shot him while they hanged him? Put him out of his misery? He thinks it's possible, but it does not explain all the other dubious things here. Lack of struggle, primarily. I may be intellectually sloppy, but I prefer one theory at a time, and it's just smacks of treatment to me. Think I need to wash myself. Actually, oh, God, could I, though? Oh, he nods. You really, really do. I'm glad to hear you say that. Your room in the Whirling and Rag should come with a bathroom. Be sure to make use of it in the evening. Maybe the bullet holds more answers? Hopefully. Yes, we should take a closer look at it. I'm certain it has more to tell us. This little thing could reveal much about the weapon that shot it. What happens next? We bag the corpse and carry him to the holding pen of my Kanema. I can transport him to processing myself, but I will be gone for the rest of the day. He'll be gone? What should I do in the meanwhile? Work on the case, tend to personal matters, try not to do anything too dangerous. An officer needs backup in a neighborhood like this. I'll leave that choice to you. And one more thing. He looks you in the eye. Great work, detective. After you bag the corpse, Kim will leave the party until tomorrow morning. You can do side tasks even in the main case, but it might be more difficult. Plan his exit accordingly. I see. I don't think I want Kim gone just yet. Maybe later in the evening. If I can do that. Actually, if I can do that as my last thing, it's a little bit exploitative, but that seems like the best choice for me. For me, personally. Okay, but now, with this guy, knowing that this guy's been shot, I wonder, what happens if we take that information to the White Pines representative? Well, I don't like her philosophy as much as I like, the vaguely more workers' rights-oriented person of, well, our dear friend whose name I'm currently blanking on, the fat union guy. I'm sorry, I forgot his name already. Which is really worrisome, because I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to do something for him, aren't I? Yeah, well. That's embarrassing. That's mildly embarrassing. But yeah, hey! So, your guy was shot. You wanna, talk? Well, actually, no, I probably shouldn't talk to her about that specifically, but I think I might be able to ask her some other questions.
Good. What can I help you with?
Actually, I do have more questions about reality, but, Everard, that was his name. Everard Clare, right. Tell me about this alleged drug trafficking, though. I'm curious, is all. It's quite straightforward. Someone's using Terminal B to smuggle raw ingredients from the Samaran Isola into Revachol with the Union's blessing. Wild Pines has suspected it for years. Ingredients for what, ma'am? Meth and dextroamphetamine, GBL, and various synthetic psychedelics. Honestly, it might be quicker to say what you can't make from the stuff. I don't know chemistry well enough, but pretty sure these have some slightly different ingredients, just a few. Let me get this straight. The materials come from Samara to Revachol through the terminal. Yes, after they clear the terminal, we lose track. The actual production is taking place at various sites in and around Jamrock Quarter, north of here. Wild Pine seems to be well apprised of the local drug trade, ma'am. You mean to say the Union also produces the product? Sells drugs, I mean. We're in logistics, it's our business to know, and no, as far as the company knows, the Union does not produce it. They transport the ingredients for a cut. Yeah. No, this is not at all true. This is the opposite of truth. But okay, you want us to investigate? Yes, but you don't get anything out of Everett and the Dockworkers Union. You won't get anything out of them. She raised her bony finger. Every chain has its weak link. The handoff, the motor lorries at the roundabout. Ah. Am I gonna need bolt cutters for this? Yeah, a little bit too literal, buddy. Precisely. Someone needs to move the ingredients from the harbor into the city. Once they reach Jamrock, they're distributed to a network of local manufacturers, well beyond our grasp, but in transit they are vulnerable. How convenient that they're stranded like beached whales at that roundabout. Perhaps you noticed that a number of lorries are tangled in a traffic jam at the roundabout just now. Hey, yeah, visual calculus realized that. Interesting. Interview the drivers who are still hanging about. One of them might be waiting for a crucial shipment. A shipment of apples, perhaps. From Grodd. She gives you a knowing look. Her irises are light green like the River Esperance in bright daylight, upstream where it's clearer. I'll be explicit. If you find this driver, I will share company secrets with you. Oh. Why didn't you come to the RCM earlier? We did, on more than one occasion. Apparently there's some sort of inter-precinct disagreement about whose jurisdiction this area falls under. We know the company's launched its own probe into the Union's alleged involvement. We also know it's come up empty. It's not just the RCM, no one's been able to find any hard evidence. Well, she smiles and points towards the roundabout. Here's your chance, officer. It's no coincidence the lorries are stranded like that, is that? No, we asked the East Motor Track to raise the drawbridge. The road company is a partner of one of our subsidiaries, however... She pauses, looking to the sea. This is a limited time opportunity. Once the complaint has been processed by the Trade Committee, they'll have no choice but to lower the drawbridge, and the operation will continue. Thousands of liters of raw ingredients will pour onto the streets of Revachol, not the east across the river, but the west, the vulnerable, the weary. Well, at least this solves one mystery. What's that, Lieutenant? Why, I had to call East Motor Track and beg them to open the drawbridge for me. I'd wondered since I first drove in on my motor carriage. I'm sorry for the inconvenience, Lieutenant Kitsuragi. but we need them trapped here. This is a unique opportunity, I'm sure you understand. What proof do you have that the union's involved? How do you think they're financing this strike? There are thousands of unpaid dock workers going strong for the 4th month straight. There was a shakedown of local businesses preceding the strike. Many were squeezed to bankruptcy to fund it. Interesting. Okay. With all due respect to these desert cacti, the contents of a few cash registers cannot provide for 2,000 men. Local businesses can scarcely provide for themselves. 2,000 of them? So you think the strike is being funded with source ingredients for drugs? Precisely. Smuggled out of that very gate at night, most likely. Then loaded onto lorries and driven to Jamrock. You simply need to find one driver who will open up to you. We already have some suspicions that one of the drivers was present at the lynching, do we? The two might even be connected. Or not, though if you have evidence to the contrary, I'm eager to hear it. As eager as I am to share it, Lieutenant, once the job is done. Okay, I've made my mind up about my investigation of the smuggling. We'll take this case, probe the drivers, see what it yields. Excellent. She takes a long sip of tea. According to my reports, there are at least 3 lorry drivers lingering near the roundabout. Hopefully one of them will know something. It may come to nothing, or it may just blow the case wide open. I can keep the drawbridge up for a few more days at least. You should have the time you need. In the meantime, let me know if there's any other way I may be of assistance. She takes another long sip from her seemingly bottomless thermal cup. Know anything about these tattoos? That's the man who was killed. She almost takes the photo, but then stops. I'm afraid this is discussion for once we've cleared the lynching question. Why? How is you looking at the photo tied to the lynching? Better not to tie the forestay to the backstay on this. Oh, there's something else I can help you with. Do I have more questions about reality? Okay, spirit decor and conceptualization. Keep those in mind. Actually, the more I'm thinking about it, the more I kind of wish I actually went through those. You know what? Let's... I'm debating options right now. Kind of wishing I had gone with one of those skills instead of unlocking a new thought, but honestly, thoughts are useful, so there's a lot there. Let's go over this bullet real quick. Oh. I should go through these. I should go through, well, at least the books. And actually, now I'm thinking about it, I really should go over my old cases. But first, the story-related thing. The mullet mushroomed out, the mullet mushroomed out, yes. The bullet mushroomed out on impact. It now looks like a fanciful jacket button that's then something that could pierce skin, flesh, and bone. More like a fanciful, yes. Pronunciation, never my strong suit. The bullet is safely sealed away in a plastic bag bearing the RCM stamp. Kim has filled out the label on the bag with the item number, case number, and date and location the bullet was found. Besides his orderly handwriting, the bullet looks especially sad, like a tiny shriveled head of cauliflower. What do I do with you, Bullet? What? Lieutenant steps closer. I said, what do I do with you, Bullet? Well, if I was the Bullet, which I'm not, I would say, find the weapon that shot me. Good idea, Kim. If we find who owns it, we will have likely found who used it, possibly to kill our victim. In conclusion, the more we know about this bullet of yours, the better. Feel the bullet through the bag. The squash bullet has some sharp edges where the jacket is split open. It feels cold even through the bag. You wouldn't ordinarily have cause to handle jacketed bullets. The citizens of militia use cast bullets only, little pebbles of metal loaded from the muzzle, usually in a cartridge. Inspect the bullet closer. The jacket of the bullet is made of yellowish metal. It's blossomed out to reveal a dark gray core. The base of the bullet is close to 5 millimeters in diameter. Look at the jacket. You can just about make out a few striations near the base of the bullet. Little hairlines, linear, feels standard. And the core? It's quite destroyed. Some of the fragments are still lodged in the wound. What can you say about the bullet so far? It's a jacketed bullet close to 5 millimeters in diameter. Jacketed bullet, okay. Would have been shot from a military-grade breech-loading rifle, not from a muzzle-loader like those typically found in the streets of Martinez. Highly unusual. The people of Rubbish Hall haven't carried breech-loading weapons like this for nearly half a century. Breech-loading? Hold up. Yeah, hold up. Why would you go from muzzle-loading to breech-loading? Or vice versa, rather. Why would you go from breech-loading to muzzle loading your weapons. That seems insane. Because I just looked up what breech loading is, and that's when you load from basically the backside of the rifle. I don't have like a good way of describing that right now. At least not one that I can think of while I'm also thinking of this, because that doesn't make sense. It sounds like their technology regressed. Even the RCM uses ordinary, unjacketed, conical bullets. This is strange. Very strange. I like this officer. Strange means unique. Unique means incriminating. We need to find the gun that shot it. Something tells you that won't be anytime soon. This will have to be one of those epic tasks that's open for a while. Yeah, Inland Empire, I totally trust you. Try to determine what type of weapon shot this. Breech loader, you're aware of the name of the antique rifle you found. Oh. Oh! What? Oh, come on. Hand-eye coordination. Oh. It's one of those rifles that we have. That's why I have the +4. You have a similar rifle. Interesting. I need to keep that one in mind. Okay. This investigation's gotten very interesting all of a sudden. I kind of want to go over my old case files, just because now seems like as good a time as any, but, I'm thinking. I didn't sell that, yeah? What did I pawn? I pawned a few things, but I'm like, I say. Okay. So it sounds like someone found some of those antique guns and used them to kill him? Like, stuck the barrel of the gun into his mouth and shot him. How did they get the opportunity to do that? Or did they just shoot while his mouth was open somehow? Because I feel like if it went in with his mouth closed, it would have done some visible damage. Like, how? This murder makes less sense, but I feel like I'm closer to solving it. I'm kind of annoyed that I couldn't wash these earlier. Let me try again, maybe? Technically, I could actually speak with the gentleman here, but I don't think I'm going to. I've got other things I'm gonna worry about. Yeah. Gardener lawyer, I see you. Bum, bum, bum. Ah. Okay. Fair, actually. I might... Time is it? 11:58? I'm debating options right now. Because I could send Kim away. Actually, no, because I need money to pay for rent, don't I? I have made some bad choices, perhaps. Perhaps. Maybe not, but perhaps. I don't want to get rid of Kim until I'm basically done with the day. But if I wait that long, then I'm not going to get a chance to wash these because the kitchen locks at some hour. I'm not sure when. I suppose what I could do... I'm trying to think what I could do. I mean, I have a lot of options here, right? Like, I could do a bunch of side things while Kim is gone, just to fill up time. That might be what I end up doing, but let's take care of this problem first. I'm told there are other lorry drivers. I'd rather deal with them than you. Wait, what? Hello? Was this always openable? A lorry stuck in the traffic jam. This big, heavy, Grodd-made machine is well kept for such an old machine. Grodd Factory of Magnets and Miracles U49. The windows are clear. They've been recently washed. Magnets and Miracles? Okay. You can see a lorryman's cabin with personal belongings, stickers, insignia. Fumes of heavy oil waft over you, making your eyes sting. The odor mixes with cigarette residue. What kind of stickers and insignia? The driver's adorned his space with a substantial collection of peculiar paraphernalia. Proclamations about honor, strength, and purity are glued to various panels. A large metal pendant hangs from the rear view mirror, The pendant features a sun crowned with wavy rays. It's the seal of the Royalist-era Revachol. What about the backseat? Back into the cabin has a small perch to sleep, large ashtrays, there are several suns and wheels sewn into the curtains. A book with ragged edges catches your notice. The front cover features a large, muscular man. The title reads, Man from Helmdall in the Lost City of the Pygmies. Racist and nationalist paraphernalia, he grits his teeth. Not unusual in this part of town. This is our guy. You think this lawyer belongs to our tough guy? Likely yes, the guy's proud of who he is, drapes it all over his machine. Huh. It's kind of a... Well, Nazis weren't great either. I was gonna say, that's really a douchey thing to just say, you know, our race's symbol is the sun. Like, screw you, buddy. But okay. Anyway, unimportant at the moment. I don't have any other... Well, that could have been useful a while ago. Oh. Hey, buddy. You a lorry driver by any chance? I was told there's like 3 I have... Ah, perfect. Pale driver. Small, wrinkled woman does not greet you. She nods along to something on her radio. A photograph is clutched in her hands. There's a warm smile on her face. The photo, an ambrotype from the turn of the century, as golden as her smile. Ambrotype? It's the warmth of the winter's fire. Maybe she could give you comfort and shelter, some cigarettes and food money. Maybe she's your... grandma? Excuse me, ma'am, I'd like to ask some questions. No response, whatever this woman is, your words fail to reach her. Snap your fingers in front of her face?
If you want her attention, you may need to be more forceful.
Snap your fingers twice?
Where am I? Who are you?
Like a magician recalling a subject from hypnosis, you've jolted her back to reality. I was actually hoping you could tell me that. Actually, no. Are you alright, ma'am? You're out?
Never mind. I remember now. I'm still stuck in the traffic jam. In the 50s.
Wait, what's so bad about the 50s?
The men have small jaws, and everything is made out of plastic. Why do you need plastic when you can make the world out of amber?
Good question? I mean, are there uses for... Actually, fair question. Why isn't amber more used as a building material? I assume rarity. Anyway, when else would you be then?
Back in Mefke, during the time of the revolution, the sidewalks and coffees are filled with young people. I was on my way to see a new boy Dado picture starring Gabriel Buenguerro.
I'm sorry, could you repeat the pronunciation on Mesk to me? Because it sounds like Mefk, which has me asking other questions.
Until you come along, that is.
Who's Gabriel Buenguerro?
This is Gabriela Buenguerro.
Gabriel Buenguerro. My apologies. A strikingly handsome man looks straight at you, his head crowned with a wide-brim hat. His hair is dark as an oil slick, and his jaw the most perfectly chiseled thing you've ever seen. His jaw is.
He was the biggest star of his day. Girls used to faint in the aisles of the cinema whenever he came on the screen, and schoolboys used to memorize all his lines.
She leans back, savoring the world she's conjured up. In all likelihood, it's a world that only ever existed in her mind. So I take it you were in Mesk? I'm still gonna say Mesk, because I'm still not sure that I heard that right. But you were there when you were in... well, when you were young?
Someone was.
Ah, I see. Someone, are these not your memories? I mean, come on.
They are someone's memories, boy. What difference does it make if it's me or not?
Actually, that does make me concerned. They're someone's memories. I was thinking more metaphorically, like you're not the same person that you were.
They are beautiful. That is all that matters, beautiful and true. And they will win. They are coming for this, you know. All of this.
Sorry to interrupt your dreaming, ma'am.
I wasn't dreaming. I was there, low man. It was early spring, and the man behind the black sun had just come out. The posters were 20 meters tall. Everything was golden. While you people were tearing each other apart over your petty little revolution. In Mefke, it was a golden age.
Methka. Methka? Huh. The Republic of Methka I'm still gonna say Mesk until I've got someone else's pronunciation, because I feel like that might have been... I don't know. It's weird. Is a massive confederation on the Isola of Mundi. I'm gonna actually try Methka, but I'm not sure I'm pronouncing that right still. I need to hear it, like, looped a few times before I'm positive on that one. The world's largest state by territory. It's a petrostate, a constitutional monarchy, and as of recently, an outcast due to its tilt to the far right. Shame. Petrostate, though? Right, I have some other questions for you. Police questions.
Why not, Herife? It's not like I have anything better to do in this hellhole.
She settles back against the railing of her motor lorry. Behind her, the mountains of memorabilia. Photos and knickknacks line the dashboard. There's something off about this woman, you think? Tell her to show you the soles of her boots. Maybe she's at the hanging somehow. What? Now what do you want with an old woman's boots, Zerf? I wish I could remember pronunciations. Zerfe? It's for important police business, ma'am. She raises her boots slowly with contempt and says, sorry, I think you should let me get back to Gabriel Buenguero. You're no Gabrielle. Gabrielle. I know the pronunciation, I'm just like... My brain's defaulting to just regular... pronunciation. She's wearing sturdy worker's boots made of black leather. Buckles run across. The sole is also made of leather. Now the other one, please. Just before Gabrielle, it was the coronation of Franco Negro. That's a race of people, isn't it? Like, now there was a real man. What? Moreover, the boots were size 37, tiny. There were too many discrepancies in all this. Another discrepancy, although not boot-related, is the coronation of His Innocence, Franco Negro, which happened 500 years ago. Wait, what do you mean it... Wait, what do you mean it was the coronation of Franco Negro? It was... I'm trying to find other ways to pronounce this that don't have me... I guess... Technically that's not the N-word, but I don't know how YouTube feels about that. Either way, though. It was, she shrugs, and then it was no more. I was no longer holding my father's hand. He was no longer descending the stairs, and... Rael. The crowds had gone silent. Perhaps it was another Zerfe who came and woke me up, looking at my boots, asking questions. Or perhaps it was one of the others in this carnival. I don't remember. As she says carnival, she gestures to the empty square with the statue and the machines. She's not odd soul. These are not the boots that made the prince. Makes a quick note. I could have told you that from just looking at them. Her size is 37. The feet of a little girl, she smiles. They fit well on the pedals. Before I came, you seemed away. She's just a distracted old woman. We should maybe let her get back to her things. So he doesn't think she's the smuggler. You hear that, lawman? I don't think your partner likes you spending too much time with me. Wait, why is that, Lieutenant? Nothing, I just don't think she's connected to anything. He doesn't want your frail mind caught up in something here. Something unconnected to the case, but connected to this woman tuning out like that. Fair, Kim, fair. Should you drive a lorry if you get like that? Oh, don't worry about me, I'm one of the best camioniers around. I drive routes no one else will. What routes? Lomonosov's land? Urachanaya Zemlya? The Western Plain? She nods and closes her eyes again, letting her mind submerge. The Transcatla Magistral, U41A, as Estradas do Mirador, all the good ones, the deep trenches, where the bluebirds fly. She opens her eyes again and shudders. I'm suddenly an expert in blacking out. You should take better care of yourself. She looks you over and scoffs. You're right, lawman. I'm the one who should take care of my health more seriously. Thank you for looking out for me. I'll correct appraisal. You're quite shabby. Wow. Thanks, Endurance. Is that all you woke me up to say? You seem like a woman who knows a thing or two about drugs. What do I need drugs for, lawman? What I see, what I feel. The great adversary. No drugs can compare the adversary? Yes, there's a protagonista. She gestures to the intersection. And an adversario. I'm on the side of the adversary. There's no coming back from that hall. Those epithets are familiar somehow. The great adversary, the great unrest. Where can I get my hands on an experience like that? If you don't know, poof. She flicks her wrist in a gesture of casual dismissal. Maybe she thought you're corrupt? Everard sent me. Place finger on the side of your nose and tap twice. What the fuck is Everard? The union boss? Ah, and what do I care about the union boss? He's not Gabriel. He's not Franconegro. He's not even Hermenegildo, the hand. Okay, let me put this another way. Are you smuggling drugs through Terminal B? Her shoulder bones crack and she shrugs. Maybe, probably not. Makes no difference to me either way. How can you not know what you're hauling in your own lorry? Just this month I made half a dozen trips from Seramiriza to Grodd on the U-41A. What do you think they take from Seramiriza to Grodd, Lawman? I don't know, that's why I'm asking you. It's diamonds, Lawman, obviously. Okay, if you had to guess, who do you think is... Why am I asking this person this? Who do you think is smuggling drugs around here? Easy, it's the skinny man who thinks he's a poet. Never trust a poet. She squints across the square. Also, he's the only one I can see from here. That's correct. There is no visibility of any of the others, did I? I didn't ask you about diamonds, did I? I don't care about that. Diamonds are good for you, Lawman. You should try them sometimes. Make yourself pretty like Eva Deshoras. Okay, if you're not involved with the drug trafficking, then why are you still waiting here? Where do you want me to go? This isn't so bad. I can listen to music, go to seagulls, look at all the colors and the features of this world. It's a good palate cleanser, this jamboree. Or I can just relax and let my mind carry me back where it will, to the Great Plains. I think we're done here, no? He closes his notebook to stress it. Yeah, but I still don't really understand this whole Boyadero Gabriel Boingero thing. Of course not. To truly understand the Boyadero, you need to listen to On the Western Plain. A Boyadero, Boya for short, is a cow herder from upstream Magritte, the great steppes of northern Methk. He is a rugged individualist and explorer. Northern Methk. Huh, interesting. I've already got too many records to listen to as it is. Change the top? No. Okay, what's that? It's an old ballad about a young girl who falls in love with a daring boyadero. He promises to marry her as soon as he returns from the Western Plain. And they live happily ever after? Don't be stupid. The boyadero returns from the Western Plain a changed man. One night, as he and his beloved are out walking along the river Marguerite, Marguerite. Yeah, because that's definitely not Marguerite, it's Marguerite. She pleads with him to give up his riding and settle down. In the background, you can hear the orchestra swell as the screen fills with the maiden's imploring eyes. So he gives up his riding and settles down, right? Yeah, be the optimist. No, the boyadero strangles his beloved and throws her body in the Marguerite. Then he rides off because the Western Plain is calling to him. That's not where I thought that was going. You have to understand, a true boyadero needs a whole horizon to himself. He can't be tied down by man or woman. His beloved was selfish. She didn't know what it means to love a boyadero. What are you hauling? Diamonds. Diamonds, really? Of course not, she says, grinning. Wouldn't it be marvelous if I was? Okay, but what are you really hauling? She shrugs. Drugs, too. Clearly. But whatever stupid thing they put in the lorry, I imagine. So you don't know what you're hauling in your own lorry? I quit concerning myself with that a long time ago. She smiles a careless smile. Besides, I don't drive the lorry for the cargo, if you know what I mean. She says that as if something narcotic is the real reason. Wait, you get high off driving a lorry? Oh, so it's more than high where I go, Zarif. As in Sheriff. Interesting. It's low. I go to the bottom. She closes her eyes in reverie. Yeah, definitely some kick, some terrible kick in the dark. A sleep kick. Perhaps you can find out later. But what if the cargo's contraband? Then it's contraband, lawman. What? Do you want to take an old woman in? Be my guest. Locking me away like bad hand to Hermenegildo. Bad hand Hermenegildo. Gildo's bad hand strangled 300 people. What can I say? Some people just really like strangling people. You'd think that someone would actually figure that out. That he's strangling. Actually, he might have been an elected official for all I know. That might have been just how he executed people in his country. I don't know. Some people just really love strangling. Thank you for now, I guess. Yes, go. Enough jamboree. I need to get back to Methk. Which I have a new pronunciation for now. And I have 2 more people to talk to, but that will be a matter for next episode. For now, thank you for your time. Note the like, comment, and subscribe buttons below. Use them responsibly, and I will see you all soon. Goodbye!